634, walking a lot better. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Carter James Ranch. Beautiful March 6th. We got green grass popping through. But we still need to be feeding a little bit of hay. Don't we have enough for them to start grazing here? I would have just kept them back in this back pasture. I just opened this gate and roped off a little area and rolled out a bale of hay for them. Main purpose is these guys were all balling. Back up there, I had to sort off those two steers. They're heading in to be processed tomorrow. So normally I'd not like it when they're getting into the bale like that. That's a net wrap bale. They're getting into the sides of it, but I let them into that pasture on purpose. I showed up thinking, okay, how am I going to do this? I'm going to have to call the whole herd over to the corral. That bigger steer on the right, he was just waiting here at this gate, and that other steer was just, I don't know, 20 yards off, and they're real calm. So I just walked that smaller one over to the gate. They all came through. So almost like God told them they need to be lined up, ready for me. So that worked out pretty well. But they're great animals. I'm going to miss having them on the farm, but they're wonderful. They filled out well. I'll make it up there here in a second. But these guys are all doing pretty good. They're loving the warm weather. We've had some lice issues I've mentioned a few times. You can see it where the cattle have scratched their hides off, or their fur off a little bit. But this nice warm weather is going to get those lice getting out of here. So 634, last video, I just got back from the vet with her back right foot. She's still got a little bit of a hitch in her giddy up, but way better than what it was. Swelling's gone down a little bit. They said it'd probably take a couple weeks. We got 50 cc's of antibiotic put into her, so I'm hoping she'll make a full recovery. And hey, you're okay. Just eat. Don't worry about me. Just gonna give you a little cow TV right now. Nothing really to comment on. Good little baby. This little heifer, she's always a little jumpy. She's always staring at me. I'm hoping she calms down a little bit. The other 7 South Pole heifers we have calmed down. So you can see this one's out here grazing a little bit. This is 96's baby from a year ago. Grass isn't, they can nip a little bit. It's starting to pop through green. All right, I'm getting back up here to where these two steers are. I first let them in this little corner pasture here. We've not let the cattle in here because we actually had 36 bales of hay lined up here. So this grass has been, you know, untouched all winter long. And initially they'd started grazing out there. Then they saw this bale of hay up here and came running out. So obviously their rumens still like getting the dry matter for the hay. They'd graze a little bit, but it's good they start getting some protein here. But this guy, this is our lead steer. I'm gonna really enjoyed having him. He's just when he first came, he was a little jumpy, and he settled in real quick. He actually, you know what? Oh my goodness, today's March 6th. He actually showed up a year ago, March 7th. So that's kind of crazy. His processing day will be 1 year from the day he showed up. So you see this one, I'm talking about a little bit of lice on him, on his side. But he's filled in. He's really athletic looking. The last steer we took in that was his age at the end of January was as big as him, but just didn't have the athletic look. He was just big and round, kind of boxy, but he looks real athletic. He'd slick off real well. He's a beautiful South Pole. Little bigger than most South Poles, taller I mean. Number 22 here. He's kind of more the size of a typical South Pole. He usually had some lice come on him. You can see it on his neck there. You can really see it on his backside here. He's kind of lost some of his fur there. But these guys sorted off extremely easily, and I'll keep them. I threw up a little poly wire right there, and I'll move them over into the corral later today. Give them some protein cubes as a treat to get over there, but pretty much just let them do whatever they want. It'll be okay if they hollow out this bale, and I'll let the rest of the herd come in here, and I'll just roll this out in here, and then the herd can finish it up probably tomorrow, which is Tuesday or Wednesday. And then we've done pretty decent on our hay. We have about 7 bales left, so did okay. I'd like to manage the grass a little bit better coming into the winter next year, so we can graze at least through December. Ended up starting to feed hay in mid-December, so started a little earlier, and we're just going to finish out. I'm trying to feed a bale every 3 days now, depending on how the cattle look and if they're grazing, depending on where they're at in the ranch. I'm going to be also planting some more fescue, especially in the areas where we've done some land clearing. That project's going to kick up more tomorrow again. Got a bigger machine coming back, so that'll be here for 3 or 4 days, and then we'll be done with the land clearing project. So clearing up all that land in the back corner of the ranch. So we'll get some grass down there, or some seed down there, get some grass growing, and then that will be part of our rotation going forward. So it's been a year in the making on these guys. Super happy with how our first 2 steers turned out. Really happy with feedback we've gotten from folks who've taken the beef. Just dropped off some to someone who lives right across the street. They've been real interested in what we've been doing here at the ranch. So yeah, just real happy with how they've turned out. These guys are going to finish well. You can see 22 got his fill on hay. Now he's going to get some green grass. So they've been great. I need to get them some water over in here, and we'll move them over here later this afternoon. But they've just been unbelievable their time here. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Beautiful March day. Happy that 634 is doing well. Hopefully she'll continue to do well. Oh, last thing I wanted to mention, had an unexpected weekend. Actually ended up having to put down one of our dogs. Not the dogs I've showed on the channel, not our guard dogs, but one of our pet dogs, Maggie. She was a Shih Tzu. We'd had her for 15 years. So she had a tumor that had been growing on her spleen that had started to leak, and it just wasn't a good outlook. So as hard as that is, that's a horrible decision you have to do, but she was wonderful. So just love all the animals, love them all. It's always hard to say goodbye to, especially ones that have been with you for a long time and their pets, but that's part of life. So thanks all for watching, everyone. God bless and have a great day.